All right, so we're gonna get to topic 2 of the week, episode 3. The Lakers. We're gonna switch to basketball. You know, we're gonna switch off to baseball. We hadn't done any basketball yet.
No, not yet.
We're huge basketball fans. And let's start with the Lakers. You know, the turmoil in Lakerland.
I mean, I think it if you want to date back to it, it all started when they lost to the Mavericks. You know, a couple years back. That was the real root of it. You know, they failed
Phil Jackson left.
Yeah.
After that,
they failed to replace Derek Fisher or have somebody defend the point guard back then. And then and remember back a couple of years ago when the Lakers had this issue too. They went to the finals and they lost to the Detroit.
Oh yeah.
You know, and they had brought in Carmelo and these guys in their tail end, and it seems like they brought in some Nash and some of these players just to try to go on this one last hurrah run. You know, but this doesn't fit maybe system or.
Well, you know, in professional sports, and the key is the first word I said. Professional sports. You work with what you have.
Right.
I mean, you can't force what you think you want to do with the collection of players that you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
That's called professional sports. College, you can do what the fuck you want to do. They're kids, they listen to you or you fucking cut them.
Right.
They would just become a student versus a student athlete. You know, in high school, same damn thing. Over in Europe, you can probably do the same damn thing. But the pros, you can't do that. These young men make more money than the coaches for the most part. Either they're going to believe in you and what you're trying to say because they look at the room, they practice every day, they know what they got.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they know who can do what, they know what Dwight Howard can do, they know what Paul Gasol, they know all of that.
Yeah.
So if they're not buying into your system, coach, you need to go about a different game plan. And that's been the Lakers' problem. A lot of people say maybe it was Phil Jackson and they bring him back. I don't know if Phil Jackson would have helped. Because the last time I saw Phil Jackson on the side of the Lakers, he was about to beat Paul Gasol's ass.
I would have bought
I'm
Phil
just
Jackson.
saying.
But
I'm just saying.
I think if Phil Jackson was here, I think he would have brought a lot of this mess that it is.
Now, in my heart, because I'm a Phil guy, yes, I know that would have happened. But I just don't know, like I said.
Now, maybe these particular players, maybe Phil would have, like you said, he would have gotten to Dwight Howard or he would have gotten to Gasol again. But I think their production would have been much better than it is right now.
I guarantee you this, they would be playing better defense.
Yes. I mean, just because I can think he can control the egos itself. He is the Zen master itself.
He's done it plenty of times.
You know, and even Mike Brown, I knew that wasn't going to work out. I mean, Mike Brown, he couldn't take the whole LeBron James situation.
No, I just think Mike Brown was, Mo, it was like every time I saw him, he was like a deer in headlights. Eyes wide open. You know, he was happy-go-lucky about the moment. Oh my God, I'm in LA.
So there's not a good head. Maybe
I just thought he was overwhelmed.
Right. Do you think he was more of an assistant coach instead of
No, I just don't think he was the right coach for that team. I think they could have moved Gasol.
They did move Gasol.
I don't even want to talk about the no trade of Chris Paul because I just think the buses maybe they were treading water when the NBA nixed that deal with Chris Paul.
There was no going back from that.
Right.
Yeah. So it was just
that actually may have been the beginning of the end.
And
the fracturing in the locker room because that would deflate some egos in there.
Of course. Yeah. Especially when the guys are already.
And Chris Paul was adamant about going to the Lakers.
Well, and that was the fix. You know, to fix the point guard position.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, not to say that he may be durable for but I mean, Chris Paul, Kobe Bryant. I mean, you could have kept your center. What?
Yeah, you could have kept Bynum.
Yeah. You know. So I mean, just that combination and
probably wow. That I think that is what derailed him.
Right, because they were trying to get both of them at that point, but it seems like
they were going for Dwight Howard.
They were going for Dwight Howard, but it seems like it was perfect at that time too.
You know, the NBA saw that coming. They stopped it. They stopped Chris Paul going to the Lakers because they saw that the Lakers were positioning themselves to get Dwight Howard maybe. So they did not want that to.
I don't know why they stopped it. I mean, if they're looking for ratings and
I mean, you have to ask David Stern. I mean, it was something that had never been happened. I've never seen that before. They stopped the deal. I never saw that before. That was the first time of following basketball that I saw the commissioner's office stop a trade, and the reasoning behind they say they stopped it is because it didn't make good business sense. You think they trade Dwight Howard?
Does he look like a
They have
bitch?
to. And I mean,
Well, they don't have to, but what? Like, so you look?
Well-
I'm on record as saying I think they should trade him. Me, not many people believe that, especially Stephen A. Smith. I don't really care. I just think for what he brings to the table, if you can get something, and I'm going to say this, you got to get something. I don't. But what do you get for him? I mean, who's going to give? I mean,
at this point, he's not going to be there next year. Regardless
You
of
don't think so?
No, I don't see him being there. I
So
just don't
if
think I don't think he's tough enough
You think
to
if-
be in a city like L.A. or New York. You know, I mean, it was talking about him going to Brooklyn before. I mean, I think if he was in Brooklyn, maybe not as the same issues that came out because he had someone like Kobe to push him or challenge him enough. But I don't see them knocking out the Heat. I don't see them knocking out the Heat.
No.
You know, so at the same time, it's like I think it's Dwight Howard is just the center of a lot of this problem.
Yep.
You know,
This is
even
how I
Kobe and
believe,
Shaq
okay? I'm
pushed
from
each
the
other
old
and had
school.
their issues, but they got it done. You know, when it came to winning
It was about
games
winning.
and mental toughness. Both of them are mentally tough. So I mean, maybe their mentally tough egos always
Yep.
clashed itself. But
Yeah,
I mean,
Dwight is,
Dwight Howard he's not mentally tough for his frame. I mean, he's got to push him just to play right now.
That's why
you know
I'm
you see
trading
him suited up, whatever reason. I mean, maybe Kobe Bryant needs to tell the Lakers, "Hey, I'm gonna retire," like Ray Lewis. Maybe he needs to pull one of those. That's the only way I could see.
He's not giving up $30 million next year.
Okay!
I mean, but at the
Kobe
same,
ain't retired.
well, I mean, he only has a year.
And like I said, he is not giving up $30 million next season. I can't see how they're making the playoffs.
They are 4 games out of even if they do make the playoffs,
They're
so
going to get beat in the first round, especially
Yeah.
if it's either team, either San Antonio or Oklahoma City are going to sweep them. They probably have a better chance against San Antonio because they're older. Their stars are older, I should say. So maybe the age of the Lakers can match the age of the Spurs.
health wise, I think if it came down to it, yes, they would be ready. But when it coaching and
Yeah, I know.
And the thing about it is Kobe tries to, it's either he's going to get so frustrated that he's going to try to do too much and just keep on shooting and shooting and shooting. You know that they win when actually his numbers have gone down. Their production.
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing, man.
So
That's a
you
crazy
just think,
stat right there.
Well, you just think as a team that they're
They
just...
call that the Ewing effect.
So,
I'm not going to say you are a better team without your best player.
yeah.
I'm never going to say that. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Maybe the coach has got to figure out a better way of getting that best player to get on everybody else's page. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's always what it comes. When it
Yeah.
comes to professional sports, it comes down to who's managing those pros.
Mhm.
The bottom line, who's managing $1 million egos?
Yeah.
Who does it the best? That's all it is, man.
Well,
Mike D'Antoni is I don't believe the right leader of men for that Laker locker room. You
I
can't
mean-
be in there going in there and be best friends with Kobe Bryant.
the only other option that I saw was, and I don't even know if Shaw personally could do it. Maybe if they would just continue in a type of system. But I thought that, I mean, Phil Jackson, he's dating the boss's daughter. How come they couldn't say, just give him the farm or
I
whatever
think
he would
they
do?
felt threatened. The buses. Yeah, they said they felt he made him feel uncomfortable. Phil Jackson made the Lakers brass feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's the only one that could...
Look, he's won 11 championships. Feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, you'll never be better than Phil Jackson. So why do you feel like you should compete with him? It's not a competition.
Going into it on paper, I thought that, wow, they were able to pull Steve Nash, and, I thought that, even though he's old, that he would still be able to orchestrate some type of offense. And
He's never played
this is-
defense. It's always going to be a liability. Their problem has been stopping opposing teams' point guards. He didn't going to help with that. What they should have done was signed Ramon Sessions. They didn't make that.
Yeah, he didn't want to stay, so, I mean...
Well, they could have promoted it. They could have paid him more. Stay. That was up to them.
Yeah.
They could have paid him a little bit more. $1 million here more. Buy him a Malibu condo over here. Come on, man. This is Hollywood.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They got money everywhere. over
You
there.
playing with the Lakers, yeah?
Yeah, you got all kind of opportunities to make money. I mean, come on, man. They could have made that happen.
Yeah,
For
so...
some reason, they decided not to go younger at the point guard. That's their problem.
Yeah.
If anything, the young point guard could defend another point guard. He may be problematic with his offense, but who the fuck cares with this Laker team?
Not with Oklahoma City. They're just too.
And even Westbrook.
Even
Tony
with
Parker too.
Lob City, yeah, out there too as well.
Chris Paul, you got to be able to get in front of Tony Parker. You can't just let him run roughshod over your lane like that. So you got to have a young, defensive-minded point guard who at least is going to want to run, and be out there to play defense. So
you think he's going to stay?
I don't know what he's going to do. I'm honest. I've been on the fence all season. I don't know what he's.
Because he's never really come out and said.
It doesn't even matter what he says. I'm looking at where it's going, where the team is going, what's happening. I don't know what he's going to do.
But he was brought in to pretty much be. I mean, he's still young. He was brought in to be pretty much. Hey, this is LA will be your city. After Kobe.
Well, he doesn't understand how to play with another alpha male.
So he's just that.
Well, I'm sorry. He doesn't know how to play with an alpha male, not another alpha male,
right.
Because that would mean he's an alpha male.
Right.
And in my book, he's not an alpha male. Because if he was an alpha male, he wouldn't be having a problem right now. We wouldn't be having this discussion.
You're right. You're right.
40 games right now. I'm just saying,
mm-hmm.
If he was an alpha male, they wouldn't have a problem right
So
now.
what is he?
He's a follower.
Right.
He's not a leader. I mean, what else can you be? You're the others, basically. You're either it or the others.
So then follow,
But he don't even know how to do that.
No, that's
what I'm saying. It seems like he's so immature in terms of playing professional basketball that he doesn't understand that where he's at right now is the best place for him. And he doesn't even understand that.
So his only ring that you see that he may get is coming by default by going and joining another.
Dwight Howard doesn't even have a full offensive game. What? He's been in the league for 8-9 years. He's an NBA center at 6'10" or whatever the hell he lists him at. He doesn't drop step consistently either way. He doesn't do any short hooks either way. He doesn't have no pull-up J from 10, 12, 15 feet. He can't shoot free throws. He can't even dribble the damn ball.
So then why is he considered an elite?
Because he had somebody throwing him alley-oops all the damn time. And he can block shots.
So this is already further exposing of what
he's been exposed. That's exactly what happened. He's been
exactly.
exposed. That's exactly what happened. He's been exposed.